in Sacred Union, you have created a safe space where both of your inner children can come out and play. It's done because you've created that safe space within yourself. This is the beauty of kind of that Sacred Union. You allow yourselves to understand and play through that inner version of you, which is still inside you as you're growing, right? There's a really playful energy here, really like I want to be a kid again kind of energy. But there's also something else that's coming through, and it has been through a few readings that I want to touch on, and that is kind of the energy, okay? And there's something about kinks are often created from traumatic experiences when you were a child, right? But also just past versions of yourself. So it can be as you get older as well, whatever you've been through. It's kind of psychologically your way of kind of reclaiming your power from wherever you went through, okay? And there's something really here about learning how to honor that within you and therefore within your person, okay? There's kind of this energy of understanding that, for example, with celibacy, the whole point of celibacy is so you can heal through that energy within you. Yeah, so you can align your energy system within you, and therefore when you are finally ready to exchange with another in sacred exchange, you can connect with somebody else who's also been aligning their energy, or they are willing to work on this within them, so that you can exchange from a really healthy and more sacred space. Kind of this high level understanding of joy, play and pleasure that's coming through, which is allowing you, this is what creates that safe space for both of you in Sacred Union to come forwards and understand each other on different levels, but also each other's fantasies, right? And it doesn't always have to be, but that is something that has been coming through heavy, right? Really about learning that. Page of Cups, that's kind of confirmation about that inner child, right? And the Emperor, Page of Cups, the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. This is someone's going through this right now. They're understanding themselves and they're gaining stability with kind of this energy, especially with this particular card. This Emperor is like all over that energy, right? But this time it feels like they're taking power and they're taking the throne back. Yeah. So in the past, I feel like that hasn't been the case, and they were really confused. I think that they went through something when they were younger. Okay, it might be a child or a teenager, and they just didn't know how to express themselves. Any way in which they were trying to express themselves was kind of backfired, or they just weren't taught how to, and it's really sad. But finally, Three of Wands, they've been gaining this perspective within themselves. I feel like maybe they've been I think they've been going through some experiences that have grounded them, that have rooted them and really had to bring them back to center, not before they kind of, I've heard, lost control. I don't know, I just feel like it's like they're in the threads that were holding them together just ripped apart. That's how it feels. King of Cups. And look at this, look how beautifully they've been working on themselves. Oh my god, I just feel like this pride and protection over this energy, like, you know, they've been doing so beautifully. I feel really like emotional actually. They've gone from Page to King of Cups, right? And this is because they've had to learn how to do this. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles has come out. Oh, and the Lovers underneath. Okay, Earth sign energy. This could be somebody who they've been learning from, or who's been helping them, guiding them maybe along the way. You guys, oh my god, the Empress. Yeah, it definitely is. Wow. And it also heavily feels to me like they're connecting to their inner divine feminine more so as well. They're learning how to create from this space of kind of this healthy inner union, but they're learning these two different sides of themselves. But I do feel like there's something about another person here, because the Queen and the Empress have come out. I feel like they're learning. Again, I'm getting really heavy earthy vibes, or just really grounded feminine energy. They want to create with this energy. It's like they're encouraged to be their best self with this energy. And this is what Sacred Union is all about. You inspire each other to be your best selves, your truest selves. The Tower, that's confirmation. Like, they have gone through a complete renewal of self. Like, they're full brand new cycle. They are ready for this brand new cycle, I think, more than they have been before, because I feel like they've still like held on to these past versions of themselves, right? And that's what it is. Healing is cyclic. Like, it goes layer by layer. That's energy I was talking about. It's been I think that they hold a lot of shame or something. That's what's coming through here. It's something that's been tormenting them, you know, maybe even nightmares, just like really dark energy, heavy energy, whatever they went through, or even what they did I don't know, but there's something here that they've really had to clear through. And they're really accessing their divinity. They're so ready for a new cycle. Then if this is someone who you used to know, I'll tell you now, they're not who they used to be. They have gone through losses. I'm talking about internally, like on an emotional level. Yeah, maybe even externally, you know, in some cases. in terms of kind of career, money, that kind of thing. King of Wands, yeah, and that's with the Three of Wands. So not only is somebody ready to move forward, they're at the shore and they're ready to step forth onto that ship or whatever it is. They're ready to take the lead as well, and that makes all the difference here. They know what it means, Ace of Cups. They know what it means that they're going to be leading and guiding this way forwards in kind of the 3D of it, right? Because I think the Empress here has been guiding them on a more energetic and emotional space. The Sun is heavily coming through here, and the Sun is divine masculine energy. So I'm getting a lot of earth, fire, and water signs here, okay? The Page of Wands. Okay, small actions towards kind of, I think these small actions are based on emotional maturity that has been gathered and has come through, okay, which is beautiful. Three of Cups. And they've known the opposite. They are still guided to harness that kind of energy. They're learning how to. They're learning how to respect it in other people. You know what? They're really learning how to respect the feminine and not just portray it as like hypersexualized, right? And I'm talking about the feminine in every female that they encounter or individual, whatever is the case for them. They're really recognizing that you can't just prey and be the predator. There's respect that's needed there, and integrity with every individual they encounter. Something here about the feminine also awakening her inner child in a way where she's no longer being led by this inner child, right? She might have had some kind of father wounds here, but she's certainly kind of, there's something about online as well. Something about online. But yeah, she's awakened to, I don't know, I think she's just sitting in her divinity. She knows her worth. It's really beautiful. And this is kind of the space where this divine masculine energy is learning his worth. Two of Wands. Both are ready. Both are so ready for this new cycle of the world. Confirmation of a new cycle. This is different in that you're both going to be taking the learnings of the past forwards, and this is what somebody is, the masculine here is allowing themselves to lead this with, everything that they've been learning. I feel like they're quite well traveled, or they like to be. They could be in a sunny place right now. I'm seeing the beach, right? The Death and the Moon card here. There's definitely a subconscious release happening. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're both releasing these masks that were internally kind of within you, preventing you from really stepping up, right? To the point where you are aligned and able to meet each other now. This is really beautiful, honestly. You're releasing these kind of versions of the way you were thinking, the way you were acting, who you were trying to please, who you were trying to be. All these things, massive transformation. There's definitely something about this feminine energy as well, who has some, like a different side of her. I don't know if it's like repressed or, I think it's just to do with that kink that I mentioned. There's something that I don't think she's explored it yet. This energy of wanting to exploit the right person, very first card, playfulness. Yes, confirmation. There's something about that. I think this is why trust and safety is so important in this connection. It's really coming through heavy. Release your ex. Release the past, burdens and also expectations as a result of the past situations, right? Release each other's past as well. There's this really need to clear out the past energy. There's going to be some heart-to-heart conversations coming, and you're going to learn each other. You're going to learn each other, get to know each other, and you're both guided here to make the effort here. But there is going to be this revelation. Like, you're going to realize that there was some kind of codependency connection of this past, this release your ex. It was to do with finances. Somebody had to rely on somebody else, something like that, right? You're going to learn about that. And it caused a codependent situation, but it also caused a separation between you and this person. This is the one, okay? The attraction here is really completely different to what both of you have ever known with anyone else, that is for sure. But there's these beautiful feelings that you both really want to explore and you're guided to, but it's really about learning about and who you are and what has been happening in the interim. There's something here about also needing to release each other's past, so the situation that you've both been in, personal issue reaches resolution. I think that there's been a wait here of finding answers. Nothing's yet set in stone, because this is what needs to be cleared through, what needs to be released, right, of the past. A new start is coming. Prosperity lays ahead. Confidence is your key to success. There is something about really recognizing and honoring each other's journeys, okay? If this is someone from the past, they're not going to be who you remember them to be. And that's neither good or bad. It's part of their journey. It's about accepting each other now as who you are, because I feel like there's been some real changes here, especially with what both of you have been through. There's something here about you're both very physically attracted to each other. There's something specific. I'm seeing like a muscly back, and I'm also seeing like, just there's something specific, right? Somebody was trapped, it feels like, or something like that in a situation. That's what's been coming to an end. And during this time, their desire for this union with you two has just grown stronger and stronger. They're understanding what balance and unity is. They've this attraction is real, but there's also this joy and jubilation I sort of mentioned in the beginning, right? That inner child just feels finally free. Let's have some fun. Let's be together. Let's really explore the truth of our feelings. And it feels like it has been worth waiting for. There's something about this where there is a real safety that you're going to create with each other. There's something about this energy that really does feel like beginning again. This is brand new. A cycle that is brand new, at least. Okay, let me know how this resonates for you. Sending so much love.